Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel, the #1 channel to level up your communication skills. Public speaking and speech building. At one point or another in our lives, we're going to have to deal with this. Whether it's in our personal life, whether it's with our side hustle, or whether it's in a corporate job. At one point or another, we're going to have to give a speech. Not in front of the mirror, but in front of a live audience. And unfortunately, the day that that moment occurs, we're going to feel a little startled. It's because for the general public, we don't know how to give a speech. We don't know the process of building a speech from beginning to end, how to practice it, how to deliver it. All that stuff is clueless for us. So when we're clueless regarding something, what do? We overanalyze. We move a lot, but we don't get anywhere. And the equivalent of this in the speech world is when we're focusing on all these little details. What sentence do I use? What detail do I use? What word do I use? How do I say this word? We're focusing on a lot of the stuff that unfortunately doesn't matter. So we're moving a lot, but we're not getting anywhere. This video, though, is going to change that. This video is going to change your mindset regarding public speaking. No longer are you going to start off with the little teensy-binsy details. You're going to be focusing on the big, grand ideas. And by focusing on those big, grand ideas, you'll notice that the details just fall straight out of it. We're killing two birds with one stone. In this video, you're going to learn how to build a speech in 47 seconds. That has to be some sort of record in human history. 47 seconds, you're going to build a speech? Absolutely. And around the end of the video, I'm going to give you 3 practical exercises that you can execute to apply the 47-second framework to make sure that you actually understand. Not just with your head, but you can actually execute it. That's what we're going for, execution. So if you're ready and excited for this video, this groundbreaking video, by the way, be sure to drop the like for me right on below so other people can also understand this 47-second formula. All right, so right now we're in the world of public speaking. But temporarily, we have to exit this world and we have to gently enter the world of marketing. Now, we're in the world of marketing. In the world of marketing, there exists this one man named Gary Halbert. And during his time, he created this concept known as gun to the head marketing. Long story short, he was failing with his direct copy business, and his wife said, look, if you're not going to be able to make your business work, then you need to get a job. Once he heard that, he realized that he needed to make moves ASAP. So that day, he pretended that there was a gun right to his head right before he was about to write his copy. And simply with this framework, what happened was revolutionary in his world. Simply by putting that much pressure on himself, he was able to unlock an enhanced level of creativity. So much creativity that that body of work went on to generate thousands, if not millions of dollars. And that's when gun to the head marketing was born. Well, you know what we could do? We could borrow this concept. We could take this concept from the world of marketing back into the world of public speaking. So let's hold on to this concept and let's re-enter the world of public speaking. We're back. And now we have a new concept with us. But it's no longer called a gun to the head marketing. It's called gun to the head speech building. That's correct. Gun to the head speech building. One of the biggest problems is that when we feel a lot of pressure, we unfortunately give ourselves too much time to react. Pressure plus a lot of time equals anxiety. Pressure times a reduction of time equals creativity. Did you get that? What I'm basically trying to say is when you're feeling pressure and you're giving yourself too much time to take action, you're actually making everything worse. And you're feeling a lot of anxiety. You think you're being logical, but you're not. You're making the situation worse. We want to reduce the time, which amplifies our creativity, which amplifies our thought patterns, sort of like with Gary Halbert. So with the gun to the head speech building process, we're going to be giving ourselves 30 seconds to generate the big ideas of our speech. And we're going to give ourselves 17 seconds to organize the big ideas of the speech. That's it. Well, Armani, what about the introduction and the conclusion of the speech? The introduction and the conclusion for any speech, what you'll realize is that the introduction is just sort of a preview of the main ideas of the speech, and the conclusion is simply a summary of the main ideas of the speech. So the introduction and the conclusion take care of themselves as long as you focus on the big ideas of the speech. That's what we're going to be doing in the first 30 seconds, and for the 17 seconds, we're going to organize it. You with me so far? Some of you guys may be a little fuzzy, so let's do a real world example. This. You know what this is? Probably it's not evident at first, but this is a Bluetooth speaker. All right, Armani, you're going to have to give a speech on the speaker. Choose the intention of your speech. Go. All right, speaker. The quality of the speaker is extremely nice. It is rubber. It's very good quality. Okay, one idea, another idea. Importance of music. Music is extremely important because music makes you more creative. Okay, another idea. And the speaker was extremely cheap. Okay, so value. Okay. So the first 30 seconds, I just generated the ideas. All right, so the next 70 seconds, organize the ideas. All right, so how about the importance of music? We make that first. We open the speech with that. Then we talk about the quality of the speaker, and then we talk about the value of the speaker. Done. Do you see what just happened? What happened is that I was able to generate 3 big ideas. One was the quality of the speaker, which is pretty nice, by the way. 2 is the importance of music, and 3 is the value of the speaker. It's actually extremely affordable. That was the first portion, the first 30 seconds. Now for the next 17 seconds, I organized the ideas. I moved them around. I took the music one, which was my second idea, and rearranged it to open the speech with. It sounds more intuitive. I mean, if I'm gonna be talking about a speaker, instead of talking about the quality, then transitioning to music, then transitioning to the sell, how about I just open with the importance of music, and then I talk about the quality of the speaker, and then finally I try to sell the audience on it. Now, by having these 3 big ideas of my speech, what I'm able to do is easily design an introduction and easily design a conclusion. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to be talking about the importance of music. So important that I want you to personally experience it. How? Well, I'm going to introduce to you a quality speaker that is going to change your life. Something like that. That's a rough little introduction. And the conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, we have been on a journey together. We have learned the importance of music. We understood the quality of the product that I've introduced. And finally, we understood that anyone from college students to working professionals can afford this product. That's it. The speech is done. The big ideas have been laid out, and now we can play around with these big ideas as much as we want. The problem is that we're often doing the exact opposite. We're taking so much time focusing on the little details that we feel like the big ideas are going to be some sort of emergent property. While in reality, that is not the case. You got to focus on macro and transition into micro. So you're learning something, hopefully. And this speech building process can be applied anywhere, from the game of politics to the game of giving a best man speech, to your Toastmaster speech, to delivering a YouTube video, and so much more. Give yourself 30 seconds to create the big ideas of your speech, and give yourself 17 seconds to organize the big ideas. Now, the key point I want you to understand, if you're going to get anything out of this video, get this point. How realistic you make this gun is going to determine your success. If you think, man, I know this is a fake gun, this is just my fingers, it's not even realistic. All right, yeah, go into the head, speech building. You're not gonna get far at all. You have to actually act as though that this is a gun that is about to take your life away. Once you can truly envision this, that's when you're going to unlock supreme levels of creativity at a rapid rate. And you know what else you're going to feel? You're going to feel a thrill which is magical, a thrill that you should be feeling anytime that you're giving a speech. Not anxiety, but excitement. That's what we're going for. Now, with that being said, let me give you 3 exercises to try this out for yourself. These exercises, you could do it with friends, maybe on live, or you guys could get a Zoom call, or otherwise, you could just record yourself and watch yourself back. But the key is to either do it with the friends or record yourself rather than just saying it out loud, just so you have a feedback system. The first speech, take your notes if you need to. The first speech is to convince me why I should start wearing a hand watch. Armani, I don't wear a hand watch though. I don't care. Find a way. And the main intention of this speech is to get me to laugh and convince me to buy this hand watch. Keep it lighthearted, nothing too serious. The speech can last anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes. That's speech number 1. Speech number 2, I want you to talk about the dangers of drunk driving. And for this speech, I want you to get the audience's emotions sort of riled up, make them feel the anger of drunk driving. And I want you to propose a solution as well, so drunk driving is reduced to a point where it's a rare occurrence. This speech has to last 4 to 6 minutes. Speech number 2. And the final speech is a speech regarding you. You're going to talk about a story that other people do not know about your life. This could be anything. It could be inspirational, it could be comical, it could be a dark moment that you were able to learn from. And this speech is going to be powerful because it gives the audience more insight into you. Make this one 6 to 8 minutes. Now you know something. You understand the gun to the head speech building. You understand that it truly takes 30 seconds to generate the big ideas of the speech and 17 seconds to organize the big ideas. And from there, the introduction and the conclusion takes care of themselves. You know all this, but you don't truly know it until you try it out for yourself. So challenge yourself to do these 3 exercises and see how well you can convince yourself that a gun is to your head, the pressure is on, but yet you will still rise. If today's video helped you, be sure to drop that like for me right on below and share this video on your social media of choice. Thank you for joining the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel, and I'll catch you on the next episode.